Once, I saw him wearing my hoodie, a brand new one I had just bought. When I confronted him, he said, "You didn't need it anyway. It looks better on me." It was infuriating. After a particularly humiliating incident where he invited a group of friends over and drunkenly mocked me in front of them, I'd had enough. I decided to take action. I wasn't going to be the victim anymore. It was time for a meticulous plan. I began documenting everything: dates, times, and descriptions of each incident. I was careful to gather evidence: texts from him where he outright denied breaking my things, photos of the damage, and even audio recordings of our conversations, thanks to a clever phone app. I made sure to be discreet, knowing Jason was smart enough to catch on if I wasn't careful. The pivotal moment came during one of our regular roommates' meetings. I pitched the idea of getting a joint renter's insurance policy to cover potential damages, an innocuous suggestion that caught him off guard. He reluctantly agreed, but it was all part of my setup. I knew that he had a history of cons and had been evicted from 2 previous apartments, yet he had confidently assured me he was a responsible tenant. I could leverage this. Once we had the insurance in place, I started reaching out to previous landlords. Posing as a concerned prospective tenant, I learned everything I could about Jason's past. The tales of broken leases, unpaid rent, and disputes piled up. He was a ticking time bomb. With all the evidence I gathered, I reached out to our landlord, Bernard, an elderly gentleman who valued his property and reputation. I wrote a detailed email, including my documentation of Jason's behavior and the potential risks of keeping him as a tenant. I framed it as a concern for the safety and integrity of the apartment community. I expressed worry that he might put the property at risk with his reckless behavior. Days later, I learned through the grapevine that Jason's charm had failed him. Bernard called him in for a meeting. I watched through the peephole as their conversation spiraled into a heated discussion. Though I could not hear the words, Jason's face morphed from calm to alarmed, then finally to defeated.